Well, he's going to have a seat.
Oh. The air chair.
Had a nickname immediately.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's a good dunk.
Top 10 most powerful NBA players ever. Being successful in the NBA is about athleticism, leaping ability, and of course, skills. But there are a lot of extra things that could definitely give you a boost. And one of them is strength, as that really provides a great advantage over opposing players to gain and maintain position, or to finish their shots through contact. Here are the top 10 most powerful NBA players ever. If you're a subscriber, well, welcome back. But if you're new to this channel, make sure to click that subscribe button to stay up to date with all our engaging videos, and use that trigger finger by smashing that like button. Now, let's get into it. Number 10, Alonzo Mourning. Alonzo Mourning was one of the most intimidating players on the court on both offense and defense, being arguably the best player in Charlotte Hornets history since they drafted him second overall in 1992, and where he stayed for 3 years before leaving for the Miami Heat, the Nets, and then a second stint with the Heat, where he won an NBA championship despite his kidney problems. Averaging 17.1 points, 8.5 boards, and 2.8 swats per game, Mourning was a dominant presence in the paint as a 6'10" center, making 7 All-Star appearances and winning the Defensive Player of the Year twice, as well as winning the gold medal in the 2000 Olympics. Number 9, Amar'e Stoudemire. People tend to forget how dominant Stoudemire was, especially during his time in the desert with the Phoenix Suns, being a regular guy in the MVP conversation due to his strength and ability to score and rebound against every opposition. Sadly, injuries really stalled his development and durability, but when he was actually able to step on the court, the team was totally him, even during his stint in the Big Apple playing alongside Carmelo Anthony. With career averages of 18.9 points, 7.8 rebounds, and 1.2 blocks per game, Stott made his way to 6 All-Star games and won the Rookie of the Year with his outstanding physique, able to posterize bigger defenders. Number 8, David Robinson. Nowadays, we look at the Spurs as a beautifully orchestrated extra pass offense with lots of movement and ball rotation, but back in the day, they used to have a huge post presence and paint-oriented offense when David Robinson was a part of the team due to his extremely big and strong body. One-time MVP, Rookie of the Year, 2-time NBA champion, and Defensive Player of the Year, the Admiral established himself as a huge force in the West through his entire 14-year career, making history as the only player to ever win the leading rebounder, scorer, and shot blocker of the league, while also winning the Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, and MVP. Number 7, Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard has pretty much always been a waste of a terrifically developed body due to his mental softness and lack of post movements. But when his mind is in the right place, he can be an extremely dominant player with his leaping ability and will to dominate the offensive glass. Back in the day with Orlando, it seemed like he was going to be the second coming of Shaq, becoming the youngest player in NBA history to collect 3,000 boards, as well as the youngest to average a double-double for a full season and get a 20-point, 20 boards game, as well as being the tallest guy in NBA history to win the slam dunk contest. Number 6, Ben Wallace. Wallace was always known more for his prowess on the defensive end of the court than his scoring ability. When Ben Wallace was a part of the Pistons alongside Rasheed Wallace, you just knew you were going to receive a major beating in the paint, and that wasn't going to be pretty. Alongside Dikembe Mutombo, Ben Wallace is the only player in NBA history to win 4 Defensive Player of the Year awards. This guy was a complete monster in the paint. He was one of the main reasons why the Pistons won the ring in 2004, being the ultimate role player, averaging 9.6 rebounds and 2 swats per matchup with just 5.7 points, being willing to protect the rim with his own life if needed, despite not being the tallest guy on the court. Number 5, Charles Barkley. If you saw Barkley early in his career, you might say he was fat, but the truth is that he was strong and powerful. Barkley sure wasn't the tallest or even most physically gifted power forward of his time, and that's probably what makes him even more impressive, as he always gained position against taller and bigger guys with his fierce attitude and his competitive spirit, not backing off from anybody that stood between him and the rim. Needless to say, this guy won everything except for an NBA ring, because he played in an era when Michael Jordan was in the league, finishing his career with lifetime averages of 22.1 points and 11.7 rebounds and making 11 All-Star appearances. Number 4, Daryl Dawkins. Well, this guy wasn't nicknamed the Gorilla or chalked the Thunder because of the color of his skin, but due to his terrifying presence and strength on both ends of the floor, and that was enough for the 76ers to choose him 5th overall in the 1975 NBA draft. This guy didn't hesitate to punch, shove, push, or do anything he needed to prevent opposing players from scoring, owning the record for most personal fouls in a season with 386, averaging 4.8 personal fouls per game and even having one personal foul more than Michael Jordan, despite playing 350 games less than MJ. Number 3, Karl Malone. Under his jersey, Malone had a body that was absolutely ripped. Malone viewed his strength and endurance as two of the biggest reasons why he was one of the best power forwards of all time. When he got the ball on the block, Malone was able to bully defenders, helping him win MVP honors twice. Few guys have been more intimidating in any sport than Karl Malone, as the mailman was a completely dominant player with his 249 pounds at 6'9". And the 36,928 points in his 19-year career show this, being the second leading scorer in NBA history, trailing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, averaging 25 points, 10 rebounds, and 0.8 blocks per game, 13 All-Star appearances, 2 MVPs, 2-time gold medal winner, and leading scorer in Jazz history. Malone will go down as one of the greatest athletes in the history of the game, making it into the Hall of Fame despite not winning an NBA championship. Thanks again to Michael Jordan. Number 2, Shaquille O'Neal. You don't get the nickname the Diesel without being strong. Shaq wasn't good because he was tall and fat. He was strong, quick, and impossible to push around. If he wasn't so strong and kept himself in such good shape, he never would have been able to play 19 seasons in the NBA and dominate the way he did. Of course, the most dominant center in the history of the game needs to be near the top of our list, as Shaq was absolutely unstoppable at both ends of the court. And come on, just take a look at this guy. He was a freaking wall. Shattering backboards, shoving opposing guys, posterizing the best players in the world, and even hurting guys that tried to foul him. Shaq was the ultimate goon and one of the most talented players the NBA has ever seen, winning 4 NBA championships, a Rookie of the Year award, 1 MVP, 3 Finals MVPs, 2 leading scorer awards, 15-time All-Star, and 1-time Olympic gold medalist, averaging 23.7 points, 10.9 rebounds, and 2.3 blocks per game. Number 1, Wilt Chamberlain. If you ask anyone who saw Chamberlain play, they would likely tell you he was the strongest player in NBA history. He could score better than everyone else. He could rebound better than everyone else. But he was also able to play more minutes because of how strong and in shape he was. It was a completely different era, but like Shaq, Wilt was a completely physically developed superhuman that had no opposition, averaging 30.1 points, 22.9 rebounds, and 4.4 assists per game on 54% shooting, and being the player with most points scored in a game ever with 100. Winning the Rookie of the Year, 4 MVPs, 2 championships, and 1 Finals MVP, the Big Dipper owns 71 different records in the NBA. For instance, he averaged 50.4 points through an entire season, scoring more than 60 points in 32 opportunities, completely bullying everyone who stood in front of him. Who among these NBA players are you a fan of? Let us know in the comment section below. And hey, if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so we can continue giving you the best contents. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.